Hi guys, welcome to IndianExpress.com. How are you?
We're good, how are you?
When the three of you were offered the show and the script, what was the headspace like of the three of you at that point of time? What were the kind of roles or films that you were sort of leaning towards, and this came in and sort of blew your mind away?
Fortunately, I have been doing roles which has been, inspiring in a way, which is a story about real people. Be it Lakshmi or Durga or Subhadra or even Shobha Trivedi or all the other work or the independent film area.
Correct.
I've been, even Ismat Chugtai or Savitri Bai Phule. So the stories are, people like me, you, like common people. So when Neelam offered me, I was, of course, I was already prepared for it in a way because the kind of social work I was doing. But of course, going through someone's 25-year-old journey was a tougher part. So whatever preparation I had as a human being, as a social worker and as an actor, I had to bring everything with me and start working on it. So it was not an easy task. It was a pretty uphill battle, but I feel I'm tried as a curious actor, as a constantly learning and unlearning person. I think today also I feel like like certain scenes. Okay, I keep thinking about my work. So that's how the process has happened with me with Neelam. That physically also the transformation, mentally the emotional depth of each and every part, every scene. Because 25 years of life we are showing.
Yeah.
Tons of things happened at that time. So you have to go through everything.
Yeah.
At least you try to be closer to that.
Right.
That's right. Right.
Abhay and Rajesh, what was the headspace like when the show came your way?
सर हेडस्पेस
मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था ऐसा शो बन रहा है कोई लेकिन प्रशांत कॉल्ड मी जो डायरेक्टर ऑफ द शो प्रशांत नहीं है उनके साथ मैं पहले काम कर चुका था और उन्होंने बताया कि एक इंटरेस्टिंग कैरेक्टर है एंड मैं प्लान भी ऐसे कर रहा हूँ कि उसको बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग तरीके से शूट करेंगे लाइक सिंगल शॉट ऑफ 50 मिनट्स 40 मिनट्स समथिंग लाइक दैट तो वो मेरे लिए एक्टर के तौर पे एक बड़ा एक्साइटिंग चैलेंजिंग मुझे काम लगा वो था फिर उन्होंने केस के बारे में बताया सब कुछ तो जिसके बारे में मैं जानता ही था और हमेशा इस तरह के केसेस जो रियल लाइफ इंसिडेंट्स होते हैं या ट्रेजेडीज होती हैं उन पे होते हैं तो चाहे निर्भया हो या और कोई केस हो तो आपको हमेशा ऐसा लगता है ना उस समय जब हो रहा होता है आप कुछ नहीं कर पाते आपकी हेल्पलेसनेस जो लगती है जब कोई इस तरह का शो मिलता है जिसमें बड़े सेंसिटिवली उसको हैंडल किया जाता है और आप उसका हिस्सा बनते हैं तो एक कैथार्टिक एक्सपीरियंस होता है वो और आपको लगता है कुछ शायद मैं कुछ हिस्सा बन पाया उस बात को पहुंचाने के लिए उस दर्द को उस तकलीफ को
For you, Abhay?
I was in a good headspace, clearly hopeful that change is here and more challenging subjects will be made and more actors of diverse backgrounds will get a chance. It's already happening and maybe that's why I got this show because I was in a very positive headspace that there's space for someone like myself too in my industry.
Wasn't there always?
There was, but in a more conformist manner and I could have capitalized on it a lot better. But my own headspace, since we're talking about headspace, was very defiant at the time because I really wanted change. And now that change is here, 20 years later. And so there's just a different reception you get.
Yeah.
And so you also react differently. So there wasn't much of a reception for me the way I am, perhaps the way they wanted me to be.
Yeah.
There was a lot of warmth, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
People were always nice, they weren't rude, they were just...
You were the rebel rule breaker though, right? I mean, you were...
And that doesn't translate very well.
Yeah.
And now I'm not so much of an outcast, I suppose. Even though I was born in it, ironically.
Yeah. But does that validate you? Like when a show like this comes your way, because this is what you've been believing all these years anyway?
Yeah, like I hoped we would evolve in to other diverse characters, roles, ideas, other than just the formula, for sure. Yeah, I've been trying that from the beginning of my career.
Right, right. You know, to the two of you, what is it like to play the couple? Did you sort of have to sort of meet them in real life, understand how they are in their personal space and what they went through? Were the conversations like these?
You couldn't ask them what they went through. It's way too sensitive a topic to get into discussion of. And they're very much urban people from Delhi and, you know, sort of very much like us. So it's not like we had to act like we're from another community with an accent or anything like that. And this is based on their life. So our director felt we shouldn't ask them, trouble them, and that we should just follow his directions to kind of deliver on their story.
Did you sort of read the book then? Both of you know?
I hadn't. No.
Okay.
I read.
You did? Okay. What was your takeaway from the book?
So, the book is, of course, in detail about the case which is happening, and but the show is, you know, when you read the book, there are a lot of lines which talks about these two people's reaction, like the emotional space they are in. So I'm glad that Prashant explored those spaces, because you know about what is happening. Like a lot of things is, you know, discussed on television and things about the case. But what happened when they went home, you know, when you get up, or, you know, how the day is there, or how the festivals, everything is look like. So that is something which Prashant explored, and I'm very glad that this side of the Neelam and Shekhar's story is explored on screen, and it is very important because it talks about the journey.
You're right. But you know, Rajesh, so has it? I mean, does that happen that when a director approaches you for work, he's like, I know you're going to do it, so let me not direct you too much. Did you ever feel that ऐसा एक होता है कि ये तो ये कर लेंगे, this is his zone, he can do it. Have you ever felt it that way?
नहीं, ऐसा हो तो मुझे डर लगेगा डायरेक्टर का। मैं क्या करूँगा? मुझे पता ही नहीं चलेगा मैं सही कर रहा हूँ।
Because a lot of makers sort of have this trust on you that we can give you a part and then you can fly with it.
हाँ, वो ट्रस्ट अगर किसी जो डायरेक्टर हैं आपको ऑब्वियसली कास्ट भी तभी करेंगे वो जब ट्रस्ट हो, कॉन्फिडेंस हो, लेकिन वो आपको क्या कहता है ना, आपको एक टेक ऑफ पॉइंट ही देता है। बट आगे तो क्योंकि हर एक्टिंग की सबसे खूबसूरती ये है ना कि रोजाना हम वो काम करते हैं जो जिंदगी में पहले कभी नहीं किया। बाकी प्रोफेशन से शायद वही अलग है उसका। इसलिए डर उतना ही रहता है। आज तक हर दिन शूटिंग से पहले मुझे डर लगता है, उतना ही जितना पहले दिन लगा था। हमेशा लगता है आज पोल खुल जाएगी, सबको पता चल जाएगा इसको कुछ नहीं आता है।
गूज़बम्स होती है, रोज होता है, ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं कर पाएंगे, पता नहीं क्या होगा। मुश्किल है।
You know, to the both of you, are there any do's and don'ts when you're playing a real life character? Like when you're playing a character based on a real person, are there any things that you have to keep in mind?
Just don't want to do it for reasons to exploit them. I don't want to make a story on someone's life to exploit it for personal gain. That I wouldn't do.
Yeah. For you?
Yeah, closer to what Abhay is saying, that it should not be, and it should be well written. It should be sensitively handled. It should not be caricatured also. You know, because what happens a lot of times, if it's not done properly, then it can fall flat. So you have to be very, very careful what you're doing, how you're portraying things. If you're adding something, if you're not adding anything, then you have to understand. So it's a very thin line, you know, because a lot of times if you do something, you know, it just, So for me, that's very important when I do any, you know, character. Like even when I was playing Isma Chuktai. You know, so even that also, because I had to carry the soul that, you know, so तो दिल को जानो, मतलब गुलजार साहब ने मुझे वही वो है कि अरे मतलब वो तो उन्होंने जो लिखा है वहाँ से मैंने इस्मत को बनाया था। वैसे ही नीलम को भी मैंने जिस तरीके से उनकी जो जर्नी है 25 साल की और क्या क्या हुआ होगा उस बीच में, उससे मैंने उन्हें बनाया है तो मैंने
yeah.
even like there are few scenes have already part of the media. It was it was pressure for me because the same scene is there also. So it was something where, you know, I don't want to sound like her, but I have to tell what she was actually meaning.
Yeah.
So the truth has to be there. So emotional truth is the most important part
Yeah.
whenever I play any real life.